Hi there, I'm recording. There we go. Okay, let's go with today's session, que va a ser un repaso de todo el mes, ¿vale? Esto ha sido una idea de my dear Paco Villarraso, who's always with me, one of my most loyal WhatsApp students, ¿vale? Y me dijo, a veces luego como que no te acuerdas de las cosas que has visto y tal, y dije, venga, vamos a intentar hacer un vídeo del mes, a ver si así os ayuda a recordar un poco, ¿vale? So, let's go. Hoy, entonces, hacemos el vídeo del mes. Como os cuento, ayer os mandé una serie de tareas y la idea era que les echarais un vistazo. Lo ideal es que intentéis contestarlas. Ya sé que son muchas, no tenéis por qué hacerlas todas. A lo mejor podéis mandarme aquellas en las que tengáis dudas, ¿vale? Y como siempre, if you try speaking, if you try a voice note, that's a lot better, ¿ok? Very nice, ok. What else do we have here? Vale, sí, que sigo queriendo que me digáis qué vídeos queréis ver, qué dudas tenéis, qué cosas queréis aprender en inglés to help you learn, ¿vale? Así que eso, sigo siempre atenta a lo que me contéis, ¿vale? Ok, si no puedes ver el vídeo entero, voy a intentar desglosarlo y darte una serie de hitos. No sé si podré en cada uno de los puntos que veamos hoy, porque son un montón, pero sí para que encuentres de manera más rápida en el vídeo. What else? Yeah, WhatsApp English is here. Solo para mis suscriptores hay una oferta que va a durar 4 días, from now till Tuesday, ¿vale? Entonces, mira el enlace que hay abajo y desde ahí te conectas. Ya digo, va a durar 4 días. El día 4, eso desaparece y ya lo que queda es el precio de WhatsApp English de siempre, ¿ok? So, have a look at the link. Y ya está. Y apúntate a mis redes sociales si todavía no te has apuntado. And you will see some of my posts and otras cositas que cuelgo. And a little bit about my life and etcétera, etcétera. Ok. Vamos con los contenidos de la semana, ¿vale? Super quickly, porque solo quiero que nos sirva un poco de reminder. It's un recordatorio. It's going to be a reminder, ¿vale? Ok. So, on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I asked my B2 students if they were too old to do anything, ¿vale? Porque hemos estado, escuchamos un BBC English en el que hablaban, they talked about people doing things at a very advanced age, right? Like this woman who started bodybuilding, you know, bodybuilding, yeah? When she was something like 70 years old or 60 something, right? So it was a very nice piece of listening, and it talked about being old and feeling old and things that you can start doing no matter your age, right? So, do you think you are too old to do something? Okay, well, maybe you are not. I don't know. Some people think they are too old to learn new skills. I don't know. Okay, so that was our B2 topic, and that was a BBC learning English. Okay, on the same day, which by the way was my birthday, I sent a listening to my English to my B1s, and I told them, sorry, I've got somebody here, you see, I've got one guest today, because he has a belly ache, le duele la barriguita, and he's with me today. That's Mario, by the way. Okay, so birthdays. It was my birthday, and so I asked my students to listen to a very short, 1 minute text about celebrating birthdays, right? So how do you usually celebrate your birthday, right? Do you, I don't know, do you have a party? Do you go out for lunch with your family? Do you, I don't know, whatever, okay? So that's what I asked them. Then, question tasks, okay. This is B2 stuff that we've been looking at in class. And I asked my students how to say es divertido, no, in English, right? And that's something that we've also been looking at in class. And the way to ask these is, it is fun. Isn't it? ¿Vale? Esa es la manera. Y yo les daba una regla. I gave them like a rule, and there are 3 things that you need to look at before you do question tag, before you ask a question tag. The first one is look at the subject, right? You look at the subject, okay? Then you need to look at the main verb or the auxiliary. Tienes que mirar cuál es tu auxiliar. Y luego lo que hace es ver si está en positivo o en negativo, ¿ok? So, you take the auxiliary o el verbo principal que necesita, en este caso is. Si estaba en positivo lo ponemos en negativo, isn't, y luego ponemos nuestro sujeto, isn't it, right? Very good. Ayer, por ejemplo, en clase nos salió esto. You were born in Granada, ¿vale? Y teníamos que completarlo. ¿Vale? Entonces, my students thought a little bit about it, and then they realized that the verb that they needed was this one, where, right? So, but now they use it in the negative. Weren't you? Without W. Weren't you? Right? That's the way to do the question tag. And they also wondered what the answer would be. Right? Estaban pensando, ¿y cómo se contesta eso? Right, you can do a short answer, que era también una de las cosas que construimos con los auxiliares. En este caso, nuestro auxiliar es to be, porque esto es una pasiva, to be born. En inglés, ellos no nacen. En inglés, ellos son nacidos, right? It's true that we don't do much, or maybe we do, I don't know. So, we were born, right? We are born. Entonces, necesitaríamos el to be en pasado. Y con eso ya solo tenemos que decir I was y estamos contestando con una respuesta corta. It's a short answer. En lugar de decir I was born in Granada, right? Because that's too long. You don't need that much information because it has already been said. ¿Vale? Entonces cortamos ahí. All right. Very nice. What did we do on Tuesday, the 28th? ¿Vale? Pues vamos a ver lo que hicimos. Hay muchos días que no hay nada porque lo que hicimos fue... Hay días que no hay nada porque lo que hicimos fue repasar o hicimos alguna actividad diferente, ¿vale? Y esto fue un ejercicio que mandé a mis B1s para repasar el uso de since, que por cierto se pronuncia así. Yo lo digo porque sé que es de estas cosas que cuesta cambiar. Ya cuando hemos incorporado otras pronunciaciones más raras, since y for, ¿vale? Vamos a hacer, venga, te dejo 30 segundos para que hagan una frase con since, ¿ok? Y luego vamos a hacer una frase con for, ¿vale? Venga, ¿ready? Te voy diciendo que la frase de since se hace cuando tenemos a date, una fecha. It can be a day, a month, a year. It can be a day of the month, a number. Or it could be a day of the week. But it can also be a point in time. Okay? It can be a point in time. So you can say, I have lived in... Oops, sorry. I have lived in Granada since 1981, since I was born, ¿vale? O since I was a child, ¿vale? Entonces, uno es una fecha, 1981, que también podría ser October o the 15th of April or whatever, or a point in time, was a child, ¿vale? Y el for lo vamos a utilizar cuando hay an amount of time, una cantidad, an amount of time, right? An amount of time, for example. Do you have one? Do you have one sentence? Yes? Okay, is it something like this? I have lived in Granada. I've lived in Granada for... Ahora ya no podemos poner una fecha porque lo que decimos es una cantidad de tiempo que se puede contar, ¿vale? Entonces diríamos for Vamos a hacer así. 4 years. For 4 years, right? No siempre es un número, también puedes decir durante mucho tiempo, ¿vale? Entonces sería for a long time, ¿vale? For a long time. For a long time, right? Okay. Or for ages. Have you ever seen this? I have lived in Granada for ages. Desde hace muchísimo tiempo. So much time you can't remember, okay? All right, let's go to this one. Esta fue una que mandé a B1 y a B2. Equally, ¿vale? Y en esta, lo que me parecía interesante que os fijarais era el hecho de que muchas veces utilizamos siempre because para expresar causa, pero hay otras fórmulas, ¿vale? Entonces, primero, si estás en B1, quiero que sepas que existen. No tienes por qué incorporarlas todavía. Si estás en B2 y empiezas a utilizarlas, you are going to sound like higher register and you're really going to sound like you know what you're saying, like you're an expert, right? Not an expert, but you have a wider range of grammatical resources, okay? ¿Vale? So, instead of saying I am tired because I didn't sleep well, por ejemplo, tenemos un hecho, I am tired, and a cause, una causa, I didn't sleep well, ¿vale? Lo que vamos a hacer es utilizar cualquiera de estos tres elementos que os he puesto arriba, ¿vale? Para empezar la frase e indicar causa, ¿vale? Entonces diríamos, as I didn't sleep well, fíjate que ahora empezamos por la causa, ¿vale? As I didn't sleep well, comma, the comma is quite necessary, okay? And you can use any of them, not all three, please, right? So, as, since, and given that I didn't sleep well, I am tired, ¿vale? Lo podríamos decir al revés. I am tired since I didn't sleep well. Yes, you can, absolutely, right? Actually, we're going to write it just to avoid any doubts. Right, so I'm going to do I am tired since as. ¿Vale? Entonces, en B1, if you see these, don't think they are como o desde o dar, dado, ¿vale? Que también, pero ahí significa dado que, ¿vale? Y recuerda que significan, que implican causa, ¿ok? And if you are a B2 student, I don't want you ever again using because, ¿vale? Puede usar un because en un essay o un because en una carta. Si es formal, vale, pero empieza a utilizar estas cuando tengas que expresar causa, ¿ok? Good. Let's go on. Venga. It's going to be long today. All right, so listening, mobile phones. Yeah, something that you need to remember is that technology and everything what happens around technology is one of the topics that could come up in one exam, in one of your exams, ¿vale? Yo sabéis que normalmente preparo Cambridge, pero es un tema recurrente in any exams or tests of English that you want to do, right? So have a look at the vocabulary. But here I wanted to focus particularly on this idea of what would change in your life if you didn't have a mobile. ¿Qué estructura es esa? ¿Vale? Tenemos un if con un verbo en pasado, you didn't have, ¿vale? Past simple. Y luego tenemos un would plus infinitive, because it's what would usually has. Right? ¿Has visto? Eso es una second conditional. Do you remember second conditionals? Second conditional. Right? You don't? No? Okay. So today is a good day to remember and practice. So what would happen? ¿Qué pasaría if, or what would change if you didn't have a mobile? ¿Qué pasaría o cómo sería tu vida si no tuvieras móvil? Right? For example, I think if I didn't have a mobile, I would read more. Or maybe I would sleep more. Or maybe I would sleep more. Yeah, definitely. Okay, how about your life? How would it change if you didn't have a mobile? ¿Vale? Okay, very nice. How about, oh yes, awkward. Esto ya os comenté. I told my students that it was a word that I took long time to learn. ¿Vale? Tardé mucho tiempo. I took a long time to learn these words. Tardé un montón de tiempo en aprendérmela. Right? It happens with some words. You just don't fit them into a context. No las pone en contexto. And whenever you see them again, it's like you struggle to find the meaning, to remember the meaning. Okay? So I thought, maybe I can help my students remember. Y había un BBC English program which was actually the title. It was entitled Awkward. And I thought, okay, I'm going to use it to help my students learn this word which was so traumatic to me, right? So, tell me about a situation where you usually feel awkward. Well, if you don't remember, or if you're not one of my B2 WhatsApp English students yet, awkward is this feeling that you get when a situation is not, you don't feel comfortable in a situation, right? Like it's the typical thing that happens when somebody starts singing or doing something which is not socially appropriate or not socially common. Somebody starts singing in the middle of a restaurant, and you would look at each other like, what's going on, right? Then you feel awkward, right? It's this idea of, okay, what's going on here? And I'm not okay with this situation, right? So that's this feeling of awkwardness. And so, for example, I feel really awkward when I am in lifts. When I go up and down my mom's building lift, is like, okay, and I'm with the neighbor, and we know each other for a long time, but we're not friends, and you never know what to talk about, but you still need to stay there for 45 seconds and go up to their storage, their, how do you say, their flats. Okay, so that's, for me, that's very awkward. That's a very awkward situation. Okay, so awkward is this feeling of, I feel strange with this, is not common, and I don't want to be here. Okay, excellent. Let's have a look at, yeah, can you spell your name? Okay, I'm not going to get you spelling your name, or maybe you should. All I want you to do is check that you know how to spell your name properly. First, because you'll need it if you are doing B1 PET exam, you need to spell your name. Okay, you need to be able to spell your name, right? And also because if you are studying English because you like traveling, you are going to need to spell your surname and your name quite often. Because, I don't know, if you go to the United States and your name is Mercedes, well, maybe Mercedes is easy because they have Mercedes-Benz por el coche. But if your name is, I don't know, you name it, a weird, very Spanish name, Candela, I don't know, you probably need to spell it, right? So check it. And of course, surnames, right? So, can you spell it? If you can. Do you do little groups of letters? Porque eso es lo que hacen ellos, right? For example, I'm Guerrero, my surname is Guerrero, and I do G-U-E-R-R-E-R-O. ¿Has visto que hago de 3 en 3? You should do that and you will sound almost native, okay? Venga, la siguiente. All right, I was asking about speaking practice, types of lessons. Yeah, on Mondays, you know that I send you normally tasks which are taken directly from exams, right? These are B2 exams, more precisely. And I wanted, and on this occasion we were talking about what would appeal people of a series of lessons. And we had some prompts, una como frasecitas, ¿no? Ideas que nos daban to analyze how people will be interested, or why people will be interested in taking up those classes, right? To take up is to start doing an activity because you want to learn or because you want to enjoy that experience, right? So if you take up dancing, you start going to dancing classes, or you start going to a dancing group or something like that. And my question for you was, would you like to take up a new hobby? Right? And that's a very common B2 question, and you could even have it in B1, ¿vale? So, for example, I love to take up another language. I love to take up German or Chinese or something like more challenging, which makes me remember what it's like to learn a language again. Because with English, it's not exactly the same anymore. I mean, I have enough resources to make myself understood, ¿vale? Para hacerme entender. But I like to learn a new language then. And why is that activity appealing to you? Well, because of what I said, I like to feel what it's like to learn a language again. Okay? Because I can't speak English and my French is still alive, but it's not the same. They are not a challenge for me anymore. So Chinese would. I don't have time. Do you have time to take up a new hobby? Venga. Let's go with the flow. This was Listening British Council. The British Council has loads of free activities for teachers and students to practice different areas of the English language. And in this case, I chose this, I think it was a program or a podcast, and it was a person who arrived late in class, and I think it was a boy, and he interrupted another one of the classmates and asked whether they were, at what point they were in the books, and it was a bit messy. And my question to you is, are you usually late, or do you tend to be on time? Right? So are you usually late, or do you tend to be on time? Right? Right. B2, but it can also be a B1 question, and my personal answer is that I'm usually late. Con lo cual, te recuerdo que llegar tarde se dice to be late, right? To be late, which is something quite useful if you, I don't know, it's quite a common topic. If you go to the UK and live in the UK and you're late, you're going to have to justify why you were late. Okay? Right? Let's go. A podcast listening. Digital detox. Yeah. This one was the B2 topic and B1. And it's related to this idea of mobile phones stopping working. This idea of mobile phones disappearing. Do you feel that your life would change a lot if you didn't have a mobile? And these, ¿vale? Estamos otra vez en una second conditional, right? So, what feature, este en realidad sería más de B1, ¿vale? What feature es que, a feature is un rasgo, right? But when you talk about technology, features are funciones, right? Como características que tiene el móvil. So, what feature would you miss most in your phone? About your phone, what would you miss? Like being able to call anyone, anywhere, or maybe, I don't know, the WhatsApp messaging, yeah, text messaging, or maybe you miss being able to play on your phone. What would you miss, right? I think if mobile phones stopped working, estoy haciendo una segunda condicional, ¿vale? If mobile phone stopped, pasado, working, ¿vale? I wouldn't miss them much actually, but I'd miss, I'd miss WhatsApp. I think it's very convenient. It's practical, it's convenient, and being able to contact someone without having to call nowadays, where we are always short of time, we don't have much time, is a good idea. Okay, let's go. 15th, what happens on the 15th? To and enough. Yeah, we're going to do these ones together. Vale, puedes ver el vídeo, te voy a dejar colgado el enlace al vídeo en el que explico esto con más calma, ¿vale? Pero para decir no soy suficientemente mayor, what you say in English is I'm not old, y el enough va detrás. That's what's important. No soy suficientemente mayor. Y ahora ponemos una estructura de to con infinitivo del verbo. To vote. Right? I'm not old enough to vote. ¿Vale? ¿Lo tenías bien? Ok. And hace demasiado frío para ir a nadar. Ok. La primera dificultad que la gente se plantea aquí es que a veces se nos olvida, como se dice, hace frío. ¿Vale? Hace frío, en inglés es is o aids, ¿vale? It's cold. Y ahora, demasiado frío, pues cogemos el to y lo ponemos delante del cold, que ahí funciona como un adjetivo. It's too cold. Y ahora seguimos con la estructura de arriba. To, el verbo go. What are we going to do? We're going to go swimming. Okay? It's too cold to go swimming. La otra pregunta que le hice a mis B2s era, ¿cómo se dice? El libro es demasiado caro para que Marta lo compre, ¿vale? Es la misma estructura de arriba, pero B2s, esto ya tenéis que empezar a hacerlo, ¿vale? Y B1s os viene guay saber qué significa cuando lo veáis, ¿vale? Entonces, es la misma estructura de arriba, el libro es demasiado caro, pero ahora estoy diciendo para quién, de manera específica. Arriba hemos dicho que era demasiado, yo soy demasiado viejo para votar, ¿vale? Y hace demasiado frío para ir a nadar. ¿Quién? Yo, tú, un sueco, ¿vale? Un finés de estos que se tiran a los lagos helados a nadar, ¿ok? So, when you want to specify, cuando quieres especificar con esa estructura, lo que vas a hacer es la estructura, el libro es demasiado caro para comprarlo. The book is too expensive to buy, ¿vale? Es demasiado caro para comprarlo, pero si queremos decir para quién no tiene dinero para comprar el libro, vamos a utilizar esto. For Marta, ¿puede ser Marta? Yes. To buy, ¿vale? Lo ponemos después del adjetivo, for Marta to buy, ¿ok? Así que, B1s, when you see it, now you know what it means. B2s, you are able to do it now. You need to start being able to build that sentence, ¿ok? Very good. Venga, esto se hace largo. Okay, Tuesday the 14th. Describing pictures. That's something that you need to do in B1 particularly, although you can also do it in B2. And, esto es un error que me encuentro mucho, ella tiene el pelo rubio. ¿Vale? Puedes decir dos cosas. Literalmente, ella tiene, sería she has, por favor, la S de la tercera persona, B1s, ¿vale? She has, ahora, el pelo rubio. Blonde hair, ¿vale? Esto no me cansaré de repetirlo. No lleva nada delante el blonde, no le pongas un A. Si se lo has puesto, quítaselo. She has blonde hair. O podríamos decir, ella es rubia, pero ahora la estructura cambia. Ahora decimos, she is blonde. She is blonde, right? ¿Ok? Vale. Describir es otra de las cosas que tenemos que controlar cuando hacemos exámenes de D1, ¿vale? En cualquier examen, por ejemplo, en Aptis hay que describir una foto. In Cambridge as well, you need to describe a picture in the second part. ¿Ok? Vale. Seguimos con seguimos ahora con be-tos, ¿vale? En una de los días, ¿vale? Os mandé una imagen. No, sorry. I suggested you use may, might and maybe, ¿vale? Los modales y expresiones que utilizamos para especular, que lo utilizarais para suponer cosas sobre gente o sobre una determinada idea, ¿vale? En este caso os decía que lo utilizarais para explain or talk about why some people choose to have a vegan diet, right? So, in those cases, it's a very good situation to use may, might, or maybe, ¿vale? You can also use could or must. Por ejemplo, te voy a dar alguna idea si estás muy seguro de algo. Por ejemplo, a person may want to eat only vegetables because they think it's healthier. They think that is healthier, ¿vale? Or they might not like meat, or maybe they are not happy with eating animals. They don't want to kill animals, right? Esas son tres maneras de expresar tu opinión. Those are three ways to express your opinion using modal verbs of possibility. Okay? Very good. Podríamos utilizar must también si estamos muy seguros de las razones. They must not like meat. Pero en estos casos, como hablamos siempre de casos muy diversos, I recommend you use may, might or maybe. Okay? Very nice. How about present perfect? Vale, una de estas la hemos hecho antes, a ver si te acuerdas. La otra no, ¿vale? La de María. Esto es B1, pero también viene muy bien que lo recordemos para los B2s, porque a veces se nos olvida, ¿vale? Si os fijáis, conozco a María y trabajo en español, llevan un presente simple, right? Entonces, nuestra tendencia muchas veces es a ponerlo en presente simple en español, right? So, if you want to translate conozco a María, you say I know María, right? ¿Qué pasa? Que para ellos esa idea está ligada a un punto en el pasado. Y si ellos dicen I know María, en ese know, en inglés no hay ningún link, no hay ninguna relación con el pasado. Para transmitir esa relación de pasado, lo que utilizan es el present perfect, ¿vale? Que ese sí que tiene un link con el pasado. So, I've known María, right? Y hemos dicho que ese desde era con una fecha since, que se pronuncia since 2014, right? Okay? Did you get it wrong? Did you get it right? Vale. Trabajo aquí desde hace 4 meses. Pasa lo mismo. Si hay un vínculo con el pasado, no podemos poner un presente simple en inglés. Because in English, there's no past in a present simple. ¿Vale? No hay nada que nos vincule con el pasado en un presente simple. ¿Vale? El presente simple podemos utilizarlo incluso como un tipo de futuro, pero nunca como un tipo de pasado. Y aquí hay una relación con el pasado. Pues we are saying hace 4 meses. Right? So, vamos a decir, igual, pasado presente perfecto, I've worked here for 4 months. Y tú me dirás, si aquí el desde era un since, ¿por qué ahora es un for? Porque lo que tenemos detrás es una cantidad de tiempo. We talked about that earlier, didn't we? Sí, ¿vale? Very nice. Si quieren mirar el el repaso de for y since que he hecho antes, mira la descripción y te digo en qué minuto está, ¿vale? Okay. Listening. Books. Books are another quite common topic in B1 and B2. My question for you actually was, do you usually read? And what do you read? Do you read books or magazines? Or do you read blogs or newspapers? What do you read, right? I don't know. You can ask me. If you ask me, I'll tell you that I don't usually read much, but I do listen to audiobooks. When I'm driving, I listen to audiobooks. It's not the same, but I like it. And it makes me feel better because I'm not reading much lately, and I used to read a lot when I was younger. So I like this idea of learning things, and audiobooks are a good substitution. Okay? Decluttering. Vale, ya estamos en el 8. Decluttering era un BBC English que mandé a mi B2. ¿Vale? Do you remember the decluttering thing? Y esto es como, en español, no sé cómo se dirá, la verdad, la limpieza esta de septiembre que hacía mi madre cuando yo era chica. Pues el decluttering es algo así, ¿no? Coges un montón de cosas que no te sirven y las tiras. O you give them away, o las regalas. You give them away, right? So, do you enjoy decluttering at home? Like throwing away things you don't need, or giving them away, or doing anything to get rid of them, ¿vale? Para quitártelas de en medio, you get rid of them. And which objects do you usually declutter? Documents or books or souvenirs or maybe clothes or memories, something that has things that have some personal meaning to you, ¿vale? In my case, I don't usually declutter. I like to keep everything just in case, ¿vale? Me gusta guardarlo todo just in case, por si acaso. But lately I've started to get rid of, quitar de en medio, clothes. Because some of the clothes I had were too old, and I didn't buy new clothes because I had those, but those were too old and I didn't wear them, and I decided just to start anew and get some new clothes and throw away the old ones. Okay, so I usually declutter clothes, but I definitely declutter books and documents. My house is full of papers and we don't use them anymore, documents. So I should definitely declutter books and documents. Okay? Unless, can you use unless? Esto es B1, pero B2 a lo mejor necesitas repasarlo, ¿vale? Can you use unless in a sentence? ¿Puede? ¿Sí? ¿No? Ahora me cuenta. Yo voy a hacer una y a ver si se parece a la tuya. You won't pass the exam unless you study harder. Right? Si no lo ven muy claro, esa frase significa lo mismo que you won't pass the exam if you don't study hard. ¿Vale? Ok. For my B2s, esta es una frase muy interesante para utilizar en ese linker. Es muy interesante para utilizar en essays y en todos los writing tasks que tenéis, ¿vale? Porque ya no es lo mismo que utilizar un if, que un if está muy visto. Ahí utilizáis un unless and you are showing that you have the knowledge, okay? Very nice. What else? Train conversation. Yeah, just prepositions. I'm just gonna put it here. Complete the sentence with a suitable preposition. Sorry about that. I usually travel by train. Lo pongo by train, ¿vale? Cuando estamos diciendo cuál es el medio de transporte en el que nos desplazamos, vamos a utilizar by cuando hablamos del desplazamiento. ¿Podríamos decir I am on the train? Sí. Si te llama tu madre por teléfono, cuando estás dentro del tren y te pregunta, where are you? You say, I'm on the train, right? Pero si dices que te estás moviendo, right? Would you say, I usually travel, I'm going by train, right? Ahí lo que utilizas es by, all right? Very good. Let's go with the next one. Tuesday the 7th, what do we do? Yeah, expressing our opinion, ¿vale? Entonces, aquí solo recordarte que hay otras cosas que puedes utilizar, además de I think. Esto es más para B2s, pero si los B1s cogéis un poco de conciencia sobre esto, es interesante, ¿vale? Y aquí te preguntaba otra vez por los vegans, que me ha dado por ponerle 2G, no, 2Gs, right? So, you can use I believe, I consider, as I see it, or this one is a bit more informal, I reckon, ¿vale? Tengo algunos estudiantes que esto se lo han tomado muy en serio y lo utilizan ahora para todo y suena mucho más B2, ¿ok? Very nice. How? What's your family house like? What's your family's, oh, how? Sin el S también podría. What's your family's house like? Right? Well, my family's house is, my family house is a flat. It's quite big and there are 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a kitchen and laundry room. You know what a laundry room is? Un cuarto de la colada. ¿Ok? Estoy describiéndola. Así que recuerda, esto mis alumnos ya lo saben porque lo hemos machacado un montón. Cuando encontráis el is y un like aquí detrás, ese like no es un like de gustar, es un like de cómo es. ¿Vale? Con mis alumnos esto lo hemos visto ya alguna vez. Ok, speaking and vocabulary to talk about sleeping. Okay? Do you remember any of the vocabulary you learned? Pues vimos cosas como to take a nap. Do you usually take naps? To take naps, or to take a nap? Yeah? A nap is a short period of time sleeping. Right? Here in Spain, we usually do it after lunch. Spanish lunch, of course. Yes, it's a siesta. Okay? Or you can talk about nod off, which is to fall asleep. They're similar. To fall asleep. ¿Vale? Quedarse dormido, to fall asleep. Okay? Those were some of the words that we saw. And what do we have now? Yeah, vocabulary about airports. Has a flight you have taken ever been delayed? Has a flight you have taken ever been delayed? Very much delayed, for example. And what happened? Yeah, do you have any experience? To delay is to leave later than it was initially planned. ¿Vale? Que se retrasa. Okay, this one was a B1 question. Pero los B2s también los vienen bien. Y we have finished. El BBC 6-Minute English, your to-do lists. Vimos un programa, escuchamos un programa sobre to-do lists, right? And we learned words such as being a super-doer, which is a person who's able to perform or to cross out of their to-do list, de su lista de cosas por hacer, to cross out many things in one day. That's something I'm not quite able to do. Or what life admin means. An admin is a person who takes care of everyday tasks, the things that we need to do every day in a job, for example, to keep everything going, para hacer que todo funcione. Well, life admin are all the things that you need to do to make your life work. For example, you probably need to deal with taxes, you need to go shopping, you need to clean, you need to have a social life and have a calendar. Okay, all those things are coordinating all those different aspects of your life. That's called life admin. Okay, and that's something that we learned in this BBC Learning English program. Okay, just as a reminder of some of the things that we have looked at in the tips of the month. Maybe you remember the how you say. ¿Te acuerdas del how you say? Que es una página en la que puedes escuchar cómo se pronuncian las cosas, pero también en plural o en pasado, que eso a veces en los diccionarios no lo encontramos. And I also told you about rise and, creo que viene con un ampersand, and, improve, which is a page developed by Cambridge, where you can practice your writing skills and you will actually get some feedback, some automatic feedback, okay? Y bueno, vimos algunas cosas más, pero esas creo que son las más interesantes. That's it, finished. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comments. Y ya te digo, si quieres ser uno de mis alumnos de WhatsApp English y recibir una cosita de estas todos los días para mantener tu inglés vivo throughout the summer, que viene el verano y ahora ya dejamos las clases y se nos olvida todo, ¿vale? Miren la descripción que va a encontrar la dirección de la página donde tengo la oferta que va a durar 4 días, no more than that, ¿ok? Después de eso el precio cambia y está estructurado de otra manera, así que te recomiendo que le eches un vistazo, ¿vale? Okay, let's go. I'm exhausted. Okay, have a nice weekend, have a nice week, have a nice life, and I will see you again next week, right? Bye-bye.